Steelers wheel there, just talking about a little bit about torture. Now, I've still got Coach Coach Powles in the studio from the Aztecs. Now, you're looking for new players.
Yeah, we've done a lot of work building up our support staff this year. We've got a coaching roster of 10 really good coaches, probably the best and most coaching staff we've had. We're building up a nice support staff of strength and conditioning coaches and physiotherapists and game day managers. But we really want to look for those players, those elite players that are going to help us push for a national championship this year, because that's our goal. So if you're an elite athlete, if you've played American football before, get in touch. If you've played rugby to a high level, if you're a powerlifter, a sprinter, if you play basketball at a high level, if you've got the skills that can transfer to the American football pitch, then we've got the coaches that can coach you up. And it could be you come in and spend a season or two with the Apache, or you could, depending on where you're at, and we'll make an assessment, you could come straight into the Aztecs. And then from the Aztecs, we've had guys go on to NCAA in the States. We've got one of our Aztec youth players playing for the New Orleans Saints at the moment, Alex Jenkins, from the local kid made good from Bath. He played for the New Orleans Saints this season. He's been signed again for next year. So the Saints were in the playoffs. So there's definitely a pathway, to the very top.
That's fairly impressive, isn't it? That you can sort of take players on through that far.
Yep.
So, are you really looking for people who have played a lot of sport before? What about the guy who just turns up and thinks, well, actually, I could do that?
Yep, the guy who just turns up, like we've said, we've got the Apache. So the Apache have got the coaches that can teach that guy the fundamentals, the tackling, the blocking, get him to a point where he can take the field and become a decent player. And then after a year or two, he can move up through to the Aztecs. And like I say, if you're a guy who has played sport at a high level, you might just come straight into the Aztecs. But Alex Jenkins was that guy. He just came to an open session, walked in off the street on a Wednesday night, played a season of youth football for the Aztecs, got spotted by scouts, went out, he played college, for 3 years at a Division 1 school, and he worked his tail off, and he's now in the professional league. And there's a very small number of people who make it that far.
That's incredible, isn't it? Well, let's just go through how they can get in touch again, and your website details, so when your roster comes out, people can look it up and come down and watch.
Absolutely. So all of our fixtures, all the details will be sent out on our social media platforms. So Facebook, the Bristol Academy American Football Team. On Twitter, the Bristol Aztecs. If you want to email me, Coach Powles, Powles, @sky.com. Instagram, we're on. There are a whole many ways that you can get in touch to us. Bristol Aztecs email at bristolaztecs@hotmail.com. So there are a lot of ways for players, supporters, potential sponsors. If you want to put a little bit of money into a team like us, we'd appreciate that. There are things we can do with putting business names on our shirts, etc. So whatever your level of interest, be it sponsorship, playing, helping, we happily take everyone on board and appreciate it.
Right, that sounds absolutely amazing. Are you going to be in work on Monday morning after the Super Bowl?
No, I think I'm going to book that one off actually, Judith.
Okay, fair enough. Well, enjoy it anyway, and I hope you have a really good season.
Thank you, Judith.